do a really easy lock there. Wrist, elbow, you lose it, hammer. Okay. I don't like really being in this position because my groin's exposed. You see I've got his chin cup. Just rotate that over. You got to take down, pick him back up, walk him out again. Roll the ball in which is kind of fun. You hook punch, please. Like I said, if you hook punch, you enter, you give an elbow or a shot in the neck or a knee. The knee tends to groin to drop him. Now traditionally we do that hawk and sparrow and drive him through. The guy's got good balance, he doesn't go down. So you start him through, grab his chin, okay? You know, I could go into a neck crank out of there, or you just reverse him the other way and take him straight down. Sorry, Carl, you all right? Yeah. And into control, which brings up an arm. Now I've got fulcrum. Put him into a walk. Up, please.
Oh, that's a good one. You got the wrist at the same time.
What I'm doing is I'm compressing the wrist. I'm pulling my elbow down. You can't escape because I'm using my chest. I just pull this trap and I can lock him out up here. So that's cross body entry. We're here. I slip through your opening here. Step behind.
Yeah, you don't even need to get this hand up.
I just need to pull that back. And that creates, just creates the pressure, right?
Yeah.
And that accesses the finger from him. And from the finger you can get into a lock and walk him out or take him down. We have these things called finger locks that we can use. They're very painful. You just do them slowly. You grab the finger and you do a circle and you roll it in an area the guy doesn't like. And you know, they're reasonably good if you got some control on the guy's arm, and then you can walk him because he doesn't like the pain. But if you don't get control on him, he just rolls his wrist over and you lose the lock. So, like any lock, you need to control the limb you're locking and you need to be able to transition to other locks. So this finger lock, if I don't do anything, he's going to roll over and then we lose him. So I'm going to take this finger lock, grab his elbow, pull down, now we've got a wrist lock and a finger lock. Okay? So you've got those options. Fingers are really painful. What I find is if you work one finger joint this way or do a circle this way, you know, you can work it into things, right? Because there's a wrist lock. But you never keep the man long with the finger lock. You gotta flow because he's going to be moving and rolling his wrists and his shoulders trying to get away. So what you got to do is you got to flow into another lock out of it. But if you grab multiple fingers, use these ones. First thing is pull them east and west, separate them because that hurts a little bit. Now that's okay. The next thing is go north and south. So one forward, one back. After you spread them apart, oh, that really hurts. Now the nice thing about this one is no matter how he rolls his wrist, he's going to relieve the pain in one lock and increase the pain in the other lock. Try to get it. Very pleasant, eh? Okay. And we still have the option of doing this with other locks. So we've got control of his elbow. If I pull back, I actually get a wrist lock that direction. I can roll it around and go wrist lock this direction and spread him again. The finger, you know, feed the guy through with the wrist lock to his back. You reach this point here where he loses the wrist lock and he pops out. But if I do the same movement with double finger lock on him, when I feed him through, I keep him the whole time. Because I've got that additional area of pain threshold that I've got with him. Who's feeding him through, I have a finger. And you've got him in this, you can play here, but I much prefer to control the neck once I get it in a lock. Oh, going to the transition on the old arm bar, we'll roll over, and the first thing you get is a wrist lock. Okay. You notice I have a finger lock on my wrist lock. Okay. So going to this arm bar, if I don't keep the wrist lock, this way. Notice the armbar, if I don't use a wrist lock, if I simply do this, and he bends his elbow, I've got nothing now, okay? So what I want to do when I go into that is keep that wrist lock. So if he bends his elbow, I'll just feed it up his back. And I've got a wrist lock, I've got a finger lock, and I've got a shoulder lock. Back up. See, I lost that deliberately, but I still have control of him because I have his neck locked out because I'm levering his nose. This was my lock. Yeah, that's it. Because I had control of this, I couldn't roll out of it. A pretty simple control. Not one I want to depend on. Okay. So, if you lose this one, then you can go into that one, or roll under into the shoulder hammer lock and then reacquire the wrist again. You can turn this into a throw by going forward. You can turn it into a throw by taking the wrist lock that way. You don't even need the wrist, just take the wrist itself, but I'll use the wrist lock and move it that way. Remember that? So another example of it is the old Friday the 13th, you attack me wrong, knife attack. Come in and we do this stupid thing. Okay? Now instead of going that way to take him down, we've got him here in this position. And now I simply rotate that way. And the arm doesn't, here's your put your arm up, so you're just going that way. Any point we get the man this way, with his humerus, you take the radial and the other bone and you rotate him that way. I kind of think of human body as spaces, okay? And there's a space here, and there's a space here, and there's a space here. There's just like three spaces. There's two here, there's two here, and there's one there. And they create opportunities for you, okay? One opportunity you have here is in this hole. Okay? Go through that hole, and you have a lock. Okay? I find it easiest to pick up in push, shove, clinch kind of scenarios where you're pissing around, and the guy creates a hole and you just underhook. Okay? And that gives you this. Now I've got that shoulder lock thing. Instead of that, I just bring the arm around and stand him back up. Okay? Really tightly. Yeah. And you can see he's pretty well on his tiptoes. And all I am is San Shin with an arm hole in the mid. Looks like this. We do it without a setup. Okay, that's the lock, except I'm higher and tighter to cause pain. But this is all it is. It's just a matter of feeding the arm. And here's a probably film. Trying to figure out how to film. Probably feed that's this way. You can feed an arm through here. Take this one here to create the bend. Step around to the back. Then take him here or here to lock him in. And then it's just lift high on him. Is that painful? Yeah.